Look, up in the sky, it's a bird. It's a superimposed cutout of a plane. No, it's just a Superman cosplayer who couldn't afford flying. So they just showed him walking under a plane after he saved it. Indian Superman. How do you start a superhero movie? With a council meeting, of course.
Fly. मैं एक बार council से फिर appeal करता हूँ.
Will someone please put a restraint on this baby? Man, this scene is awkward. Little guy looks like he's about to fall off the whatever that thing is. Sent from the planet Krypton, India, or something, little Superman's surrogate human parents discover very quickly he's no ordinary child. Crimping a hose, yep, that's pretty super, and so cinematic. And because he's a Bollywood version of Superman, you know he's going to be able to shake a leg. Two Michael Jacksons beat it. And you know if they had actually paid the licensing fee for that song, it would have been more expensive than the entire effects budget of the film. This kaleidoscope thing goes on for like a minute without cutting. You like special effects? How about some disaster scenes that look like they came from a 1960s Godzilla film? And yep, there's John Williams' score, but instead of building into a climactic flying scene, we get two aerial shots without Superman in them and an establishing shot of Churchgate to let us know that he made it back to India. Very important to point out this shot right here. Yes, that is correct. They just made it look worse and darkened it so you couldn't tell it's Christopher Reeve from the original Superman the movie. Basically, the only original shot of Indian Superman flying is this horrible repeated conceit of a toy flying against a rotating pan background. The rest, Christopher Reeve, Christopher Reeve, Christopher Reeve, Christopher Reeve. Now it's time for the obligatory peeping Tom pervert shot. Apparently, Superman majors in the time-honored tradition of Eve teasing. 40 minutes into this movie and not one superhero action scene, so that means only one thing this film requires: a Bob Christo cameo. And cue a series of awkward item numbers that consist of Bob Christo and Shakti Kapoor perving. So Superman gets shot by Bob Christo in a white car. He catches the bullet as Superman is supposed to do, and says let's follow him, but instead follows an orange car with three other dudes.
The logic is strong with this one.
And in case you forgot, wow. Gaze with edge-of-your-seat fascination as Bob and Shakti look at books forever. Calling this scene a montage or a series of shots or a scene is an exaggeration. It's like two angles and one action. But all that book reading in his own office manages to turn up information about the Clifton Stone, the Indian Superman's version of kryptonite apparently, because, you know, that kind of information about unknown alien species is normally readily available in your own bookshelf. But this ridiculous scene is almost worth because of this climax. And check out that S. You may be wondering what Indian Superman's powers are. Pretty much everything. When the effects budget allows, he can actually fly, but he can also manipulate metal objects without touching them like Magneto. But apparently he is a wizard as well, being able to move non-metallic objects at will, which makes you wonder why he even bothers fighting if he has telekinetic abilities. Featuring deadpan exposition.
Please note, our flight has been hijacked. Please bear with us. Thank you.
More acting. More slap gaps. Boom mics. The edge of the television screen they were using to film footage off of from Superman the movie. For real, this line. Which is actually pretty awesome. Breathtaking flying scenes. Not even sure what we're looking at here. Hrithik Roshan says, Super X Soche, jise koi badmash nahi mar sakta. This is my philosophy. This is my life. Every morning I venerate Punitji's Superman, and with his help I've made my own superhero masterpieces. Jackie Shroff says, it was okay. I'll give it 3 out of 5 motis just for Shakti's facial expressions and Dharmendra's wardrobe. But Siegel and Schuster say, and we thought that Indian-Canadian chick's use of our trademark symbol was annoying. But this is Soul Crushing, starring Jim Carrey as Clark Kent, Sort of Man, Shakti Sarur, Just Call Me Bob, Super Dad, Comic Relief, clearly showed up for the wrong movie, Pretty in Pink Desi Alien Princess Barbie, and introducing Pepper Fry's new Chamakdar bathrobe line, Indian Superman, aka lackluster attempt at a delusion of grandeur. What should we holly-bolly next?